General Accountability Office report out today saying that they're very concerned about cybersecurity on board aircraft, and they have called out the FAA in a major way. Of course, the FAA is launching a task force to deal with this. Is Thales participating in the task force? Do you envisage ultimately using the broadband pipe to move black box data in trigger transmissions in the event of an emergency once security protocols and regulatory hurdles are surmounted? And also, do you see moving about 80 or 90% of the ACARS messaging off of the L-band pipes and over to KU and KA in the future?
Many questions. So the question is about cybersecurity and about using the broadband pipe to move data that are used that are now on the lower bandwidth.
Yes.
Right. So on the cybersecurity part, yes, we will be part of the FAA initiative. Again, I mentioned that Thales is, as a group, as a dedicated unit on cybersecurity, and we just to give you a figure, Thales secure 80% of the worldwide financial transactions. And so this means that we have already an infrastructure, the tools, the software in place to secure highly sensitive data. And I believe that this will be, and this is where we are working with our colleague, we will move this into the airline world. So my vision and our vision is that yes, in the future, we will use the best pipe available to transfer data in a very secure way, and this is where, again, we believe we are uniquely positioned, building upon this this legacy of securing financial transactions, and highly confidential because we work with government as well. So we have a strong legacy.
There's just one other pipe, Mary. You're probably aware we're part of the Iridium Next team, right? Thales builds the satellites. We're also selected as a value-added manufacturer, and that's going to be a safety certified product.
And so you guys are packaging that up then together, I presume, yes?
We have the opportunity to do that.
Because Thales and Inmarsat have traditionally been the kind of partners, but you are open to a closer relationship with Iridium for packaging broadband and L-band for safety services then?
We have the opportunity to do that. Yeah, we Live TV have been an Iridium partner for quite some time.
Yeah.
We've actually got the first generation product that's flying on helicopters and general aviation aircraft.
That's an interesting new twist to this whole saga for you guys.
Well, it's about having a complete portfolio. Right?
I hear you.
I mean, it's like, you've got to have something for every type of aircraft and every route. So.
Yeah.
John Walton, Runway Gull Network. In the context of a number of high-profile financial transaction leaks of credit card data and so on, and a historic lack of confidence in the financial industry, how would you reassure consumers about their own personal data that's being transmitted over your systems?
Well, how do we reassure customers when they do financial transaction on our system?
And particularly the consumer level, rather than the customers you're directly working with.
Well, what we apply on our system is the highest standard of the industry. Again, we as Thales, we do not front the consumer directly. We provide the payment module to the airline. So what we want to make sure, and what we are putting forward to the airline, is our modules that are certified at the highest level of the financial transaction community. This is the PCI level that we are constantly improving. We have this flying on JetBlue and United. We have it on American Airlines as well, on Avant system. So we have already this module in place, and we continue evolving it. Then it's actually it's more a question from the airline to the question from the consumer part is inherent to the fact that the transaction is secured with PCI compliance. But our duty for us is to make sure that we provide the airlines the tools and the specific payment module with a lot of questions at the highest level of security that is available. And this is why we are constantly, actually, on a year basis, improving our module to make sure that they are at this highest level.
But to follow up, you mentioned United as one of your customers. Now they very very high profile, had an issue with one of their suppliers in terms of the currency transactions recently on some tickets. They, not to put too fine a point on it, threw that supplier under the bus. What risks do you think there are for Thales in that kind of situation?
As Dominique said, we're fully compliant with PCI. That was one of the United requirements, and we've implemented that plan.
So we believe that the industry standards are setting the bar, and we are, by the way, part of the standards as well. So we are at the highest level for our system, and constantly working with this industry to make sure it doesn't happen.
Have any customers of Avant on the A350 selected your Global Express product on the A350, and are they having provisions delivered in the coming months on those aircraft?
So the question is, our Avant customer on A350, have they selected as well Global Express?
Yes, yeah.
The answer is yes, and the answer is all our Avant customers have selected Global Express. So they both selected on A350 the Avant system and the connectivity system.
They've all gone with both. Okay, that's interesting.
And this is being provisioned, and Qatar Airways will be the first to go.
Fantastic. Viasat's Exceed service obviously plays an integral role in your regional solution here in the United States. They are working on their own supplemental type certificates to compete directly with you. Are you not concerned that basing a product on someone else who's going direct to the market will mean that you won't have as good a pricing as the company that's offering it directly?
So the question is, Viasat, who is a partner in the US, is also a competitor. I think this is the world we are living in.
Yeah.
It's called competition, it's cooperation and competition. And we have a very good relationship with Viasat. Obviously we compete. And then we have, as I said, many differentiators that are beyond connectivity that we can put forward with the airlines. One of them being our support network that we have already in place. Obviously, we have also our IFEC in-seat system, where we will see more and more in the future connected in-seat system that will make a difference for our airline customers.